Yeah?
Yes.
Are you happy now to have power in your class?
Yes.
You think it will help you in your learning?
Yes.
Yeah? So now you can also start learning what other children are learning in Nairobi and everywhere else. Isn't that correct? Yeah?
Na nilikuwa na so many challenges. Bei ya petroli ilikuwa very high. Bei ya mafuta ilikuwa very high. Lakini sasa hivi nakushukuru sana. Na nimekumbuka sasa Jubilee ndio namba moja.
How are you, mommy? How are you? You're doing good? You're looking pretty. Hey, looking pretty. Hey.
Everybody is very happy. It's my work. At least I have something to smile at. And people are dressing me and you know I'm a
to connect 1 million customers every year, and as we speak today we have over 550.
You are launching a project and it is actually sustained. The tempo is sustained.
Keep up the great work. Well done.
Part of the country. Yes.
We're very happy. The budget for next year for my government, we are putting aside 300 billion shillings because of the last mile. As soon as I found out about it, so that we can install 1,500 new transformers. Alafu KPLC na REA mkuje mtuwekee stima. Na pia ungefahamu ya kwamba unaitisha Rais Uhuru Kenyatta milioni 300, alipokuja Machakos juzi alitupatia 1.5 billion shilingi. Kwa hivyo ameshatupatia tayari, na hiyo tutaweza kutumia katika hali tunaende mwana mmoja tunaende. Hapa Machakos tunachapa siasa ya maendeleo, sio siasa ya mdomo. Sisi tumekuwa maskini kwa muda, kupiga porojo ni bure, kujenga kuwekea wananchi stima ni kazi. Na tufanye kazi tuendelee mbele.
Your Excellency, amongst the schools which have been powered, you are aware that there are certain schools which are very difficult to reach. These are the schools that require solar power. So amongst those schools, we have already powered schools using solar, 605 of them. Tupigiwe makofi ala. What we are witnessing today is some form of a miracle. Because wherever you go, there are many of us who never imagined that in the current government or even in the near future, they will never see electricity. But today, you have heard about this particular area. All the schools have been electrified. Isn't that wonderful?
Mimi sasa nataka nimalizie niseme ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais, you have our support, the entire nation, in the transformation of our country, because that is what Kenya wants.
And again, in my government's endeavor to ensure that every Kenyan has access to power, today I announce that as a result of the programs that we have launched today, we are now reducing once again the connection fees for power from the current 35,000 shillings to a new tariff of 15,000 shillings. And for those who cannot afford even this new tariff, we have instructed that Kenya Power will allow that new tariff of 15,000 shillings to be paid in installments but connection will be done alafu mtu atakuwa analipa kutoka bili yake in installments. Our development agenda is about the common mwananchi. Ladies and gentlemen, education all over the world is recognized as the one public good that can eradicate inequality by expanding opportunity. Through education, every young person can aspire without fear and chase their dreams without any limitation. Through education, a herdsboy in Turkana can become a governor, and a person born in informal settlements in Nairobi can aspire to be president. Ladies and gentlemen, at the inauguration of my administration, we had pledged to electrify all public primary schools in this country. Our pledge was to ensure that everywhere in this country, our children will have access to the sort of education that can transform their lives and fortunes. ICTs and modern method of imparting knowledge needed to be spread evenly all over the country. We wanted every child in this country to have an equal chance. Electrification immediately transforms a school into an ICT-ready learning environment, putting it at par with the best in the world. The teacher can teach as well as the best, and the learner will benefit like the rest. And that is our dream and pledge for our people. In the 2 years since the inauguration of my government, we have invested resources into ensuring that public primary schools are electrified regardless of their location. We have more than doubled the number of primary schools with access to electricity in the 2 years that we have been in office. From 8,203 schools before July of 2013, now we have 20,575 schools with electricity. We have a further 2,000 schools to go, and I am convinced that within the next 2 months, we shall be able to connect those and therefore fulfill our pledge of 100% of our primary schools being or having access to power. Our pledge is that all public primary schools will have access to electricity in order to enable all learners, as I have said, to receive equal learning opportunity. Young Kenyans now will now enjoy extended study hours in modern classrooms with modern curriculum, and the communities and households around the school will receive a last-mile connectivity advantage due to the transformers that will be installed by these schools. Villages will light up and lives will be turned around. Most importantly, our schools and our children will now be ready for our other transformative agenda of our digital literacy program, which we shall be kicking off. Today, therefore, we have struck a double blow for national social economic transformation and progress, and indeed scored a massive victory in the war against illiteracy and poverty. We want Kenyans to know that this is all about them, their lives and aspirations, and how we can together make Kenya better. I take this opportunity indeed to commend the Ministry of Energy for the excellent work that they have done in coordinating and executing my government's flagship project. Your hard work has enabled us to keep our word. I salute Kenya Power for its commitment and tireless efforts to lighting up Kenya, and I also salute the Rural Electrification Authority for partnering with other agencies and partners to take power to the villages and homes across our country. I take this opportunity once again to also thank our development partners, without whom we would also not have been able to achieve what we have achieved. Everything we say and do is focused on making the people of Kenya busier, more productive, wealthier, healthier, and indeed happier. Today, we are celebrating a singular success. Mimi nimefurahi sana, sitaki niwadanganye. Because Standing here, I am truly able to declare that by 2017, 70% of our country, 70% of our people will have access to power. Jameni, tutakuwa kama Ulaya tu. This singular factor will translate to greater productivity at the household and family level. It will also lead to more diversity in our agriculture as we increase value addition, and our rural economies will also begin to grow. We will also be able to see greater security owing again to lighting up our country. Access also to ICT, which is a critical driver of our national social economic transformation, will be catalyzed across the country by access to electric power. Isisemekana ya ICT ni mambo ya Nairobi na Mombasa. Hata mtu wa kijiji mbali kule Marsabit, Moyale anaweza kuwa na access kwa ICT na kufanya kazi kama mwenzake ambaye yuko Nairobi. Hii ni mambo mazuri sana. And I believe this will see more innovation, it will see better education, and it will also see us able to create more job opportunities evenly across the country. Our environment will be safer, it will be healthier, because we will emit less and degrade less in search of wood and fossil fuel. Today, here in Machakos County, we launched 40,000 transformers into the Kenya Power Distribution Network to connect those 472,000 households to power in the first instance. This will directly affect 2.3 million people in all our 47 countries. Each of these people will now be more empowered in a much more unique way to make use of the opportunities arising out of this transformation. Each of those people is now able to eradicate poverty and generate wealth through innovation, diversification, value addition, as well as ICT. Today, through the Last Mile Connectivity Project, we launched nearly 3 million newly empowered lives. Today, my government demonstrates that the scope of our intended transformation is not just ambitious and large scale, but one that is totally inclusive of all the people of this republic.